It's time to celebrate and have a good time now. It's time to come together. It's up to you. What's your pleasure? Everyone around the world, come on! What is that?
Hey, celebrate good times, come on.
Hey guys, it's Anna, and welcome to my channel. It is 2018. That is crazy. Just to recap on this past year, 2017 was a huge growing year for me. I had some of the worst times in 2017. I basically kind of like went through a transformation, kind of like how I see things. I found myself being in some really toxic, unhealthy relationships. Like, I honestly got a stomach ulcer because of it. I went through so much this year, and I won't go into like deep depth of it because it's like a lot. And it was hard. I felt like I kind of press like the restart button on my life and just the people I surrounded myself with, kind of my view on things, and I kind of just realized that I needed to stop caring about what other people thought about me or what people thought was best for me, or people thought they knew me but they really didn't. I don't know. I guess I've realized that this is my life and no one else's, and I don't have time to surround myself with negative energy and toxic things. I just don't need it, and I don't want it in my life. And it was really hard at first, but ever since that, I feel like I've grown so much more as a person, and I've really figured out like who I am and what I want to do and what I want to surround myself with, stuff like that. And because of it, like, I'm genuinely so happy, and you guys are a huge part of 2017. This is the year I started my YouTube channel, and it is crazy. A few weeks ago we hit 1,000 subscribers, and now we're several hundred over that, and I am just like through the moon, you guys. The morning I saw on my phone that I reached 1,000 subscribers, my jaw just like dropped and I was speechless. I just stared at that for like 5 minutes straight. I kid you not. I was just so shocked, and I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart to you guys. Like, you guys bring me so much joy. You have no idea how much happiness you bring this girl. Your comments, like, oh, you guys are so unbelievably sweet when you say that, like, I inspire you or I make you laugh or my reviews or tutorials are helpful for you guys. Like, that means the world to me. When you send me like your recreations, all of those things mean so much to me, and I literally like cry sometimes because it's just like so overwhelming for me, and I didn't know I could make such an impact on you guys or just like people. Basically, my entire life I felt like I was called to do something with people, for people, like bringing people this like emotion or like happiness or laughter. Like, that means the world to me. That's what makes me happy. And I never like really thought I was ever gonna do YouTube. It was never something that crossed my mind. And then when a friend of mine suggested that I do it, I just kind of like did it. Like, I don't even know how that happened because I didn't even give it like a second thought. I was like, yeah, okay. And now it's something that I just can't live without. Like, it brings me so much happiness. I'm always telling Alex, like, oh my gosh, I need to film. Like, I miss it so much. Like, I feel guilty when I don't upload all the time. So just so you guys know, if I'm ever like MIA, just know that I'm incredibly busy. I'm still thinking of you guys. I want to film so badly. Doesn't mean I'm quitting YouTube. I just gave up. I would tell you guys, but like, that's not gonna happen, so don't worry about it. So I know this is a long intro, and it's gonna be such a freaking long video because I have a whole lot of stuff to show you. Please stop. Seriously though, I have the biggest haul you might like ever see in your life. Like, it's really quite frightening and bad. I have the slightest, really nothing to worry about addiction with makeup at all. It's fine. But yeah, I just wanted to recap on the past year with you guys. I got a car, my first car. It is beautiful. See my Disneyland vlog if you want to see it. There's like little clips of me getting it in that vlog. I'm a supervisor at Starbucks. I love my job. I love my friends. I love the people I work with. Alex and I have an amazing relationship. Like, I'm so happy, you guys. So thank you for your giant part in my happiness this year, because it honestly means the world to me. I'm sorry about that long intro, but we just need to get into this makeup because I don't know how many hours this is gonna take me to film, because my bed currently, like right here, is just full of boxes, and the boxes are full of makeup. It's really bad, like just, okay. So this makeup that I've received, as you guys know, it was somewhat recently, like Cyber Monday, Black Friday, and I kid you not, like the makeup sales were insane. I had no idea makeup went this on sale. Like, it was literally crazy. So if you guys are ever wondering, like the prime time to buy makeup, save your money and go ham on Black Friday and Cyber Monday, because it is insane. This being said, I'm not gonna be buying makeup for a hot minute because it's actually like embarrassing how much I have. So some of this stuff I bought through those sales. Other stuff has been gifts, like for my birthday or for Christmas. I'm now 21 years old. It's so crazy. I can't believe it. It's like, oh, I'm a full-blown adult, and that's awesome, but it's very scary because I just feel like a child most of the time. So enough of my rambling. Let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna go ahead and start out with Ulta Beauty. So the first two things I have here are the Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops. I picked up the shade Moonlight and Sunlight. Holy crap. I am so excited to try these, you guys. Okay. This is the shade Moonlight, and this one is Sunlight. So incredibly reflective. These were literally 50% off. Like 50% off, and normally they're like 40-something dollars, so I'm like, gotta snatch that. Then I picked up the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter. I've heard so much about this highlighter. It is beautiful, honestly. Like, it is a very natural highlighter just because it is so finely milled. There's no glitter in this whatsoever. I had to pick this up because my sister owns this one, and I just fell in love when I tried it out, and I heard rumors that this is going to be discontinued. I highly doubt that because it's like their only highlighter and there's so much hype around that. I don't know like why there's rumors about that. Don't know if it's true or not. Don't quote me on it. But I was like, just in case, I need to pick it up because it is just a beautiful highlighter. Perfect for those of you who don't want super blinding metallic ones like these ones. But that being said, it's not gonna look like nothing on your skin. You can absolutely build it up, and it just really blends in beautifully with the skin. I also picked up the Essence Satin Touch Blush. This is in the shade Satin Love. It is a beautiful everyday blush shade. Like, that's just gonna go with, wow, that's pigmented. I was not expecting that. This is just a beautiful everyday blush shade. Honestly, I feel like this will go with like every single makeup look. This is the Wet n Wild Comfort Zone palette. I had to pick this up because if you guys don't know already, they are like reformulating their shadows. They're coming out with a bunch of new eyeshadow palettes, and I've heard so many amazing things about this palette, so I had to snatch it up before you couldn't grab this version of it. I'm definitely going to be picking up some of their newer ones as well because I've heard a lot of good things about those as well. But the olivey green smoky colors in here are just, they're delicious. This is the Real Techniques Eyes kind of duo brush set. I love Real Techniques brushes. They're bomb. And I feel like you can just never have enough like eye brushes because there's so much detail that comes into eye makeup. So and now for some gifts I've received. This is actually given to me by my sister. This is the Tarte Clay Pot Amazonian Clay Waterproof Liner. This is in the shade Lucky Penny. It is just like the most beautiful, perfect blend of like copper and orange. It's stunning. It lasts all day. It's super easy to apply, so I've been loving this. I have the very highly coveted Mary Lou-Manizer. I actually wore this highlighter on Christmas Eve, and when my grandpa saw this on my face, he was like, your face looks wet. And I'm like, It's not. It's Mary Lou-Manizer. He literally called me like a greased looking chicken, and I would say that's like the perfect way to describe this. This literally looks like wet grease in like the best way possible on your face. It just melts in. It doesn't look like powder whatsoever. So if you want a super wet looking highlight, try out Mary Lou-Manizer. This is a bronzer I have wanted for so long. This just gives me major California vibes. This is the Urban Decay Beach Bronzer, and I have mine in the shade Bronzed. This is beautiful on the skin. I'm obsessed with warm-toned bronzers, and it comes off a lot more warm-toned on the face than it does in the pan, but it is just like the perfect shade. I wouldn't use this to contour. It's just a little bit too warm for that, but for a bronzer, just blends so well. It is a beautiful color. Can't go wrong with that. This is the Makeup Revolution Ultra Blush Palette in the shade Hot Spice. I don't know if you guys know the YouTuber Nicole Renee Cutler. She's amazing. Check her out if you haven't already. This is one of her all-time favorite drugstore blush palettes, and it's because of her that I got this palette, because I saw this in one of her videos and I was like, I am truly obsessed with every single shade in this palette. If you love like corals, peachy goodness on your cheeks, you need to pick this up. I love this palette. It's just the perfect pigmentation. You can't go wrong with these. Super good, and it's $10 for 8 blushes. This is the Viseart Golden Hour eyeshadow palette. I never thought that I would ever use Viseart shadows because I'm just like, they're just way too expensive for me. Like it's just too much, like $80 for those palettes. I don't know how much this was. My sister gave this to me. Man, it's reflective. I'm so sorry. But she gave this to me for my birthday. This is giving me major like Manny MUA Makeup Geek palette vibes. I don't know about you guys. Like there's a few, obviously it's not like an identical dupe, but if you guys didn't get a hold of that palette, I would definitely, well, if you're rich. So if you weren't able to grab a hold of that palette for whatever reason, maybe this is similar enough to you and you might want to try this one out. I did do a really cool, like in my opinion, tiger like eye makeup look. I have a picture posted on my Instagram if you guys want to check that out. It's in my little banner, there's a link to it. I feel like there are just so many cool looks that you can create with this palette. I also received this Nars lip gloss. This is in the shade Supervixen, and this gloss is just so eye-catching and just stunning to me. It's such a different shade. It's like the perfect mix between rose gold and bronze, and on the lips it just looks like otherworldly. It is so different for a gloss, and I don't like a lot of color in my glosses. I normally go for like light pink. Oh, gotta reapply. I like the cute like sparkly glosses or the light baby pinks, but this was something that was different but yet so wearable to me, so I'm just so excited to wear this. I also got this stunning highlighter from Laura Geller. This is in the shade Gilded Honey. This has quickly become one of my favorite highlighters. It is so blinding, mixes beautifully into the skin, and it is just like the perfect gold shade for my skin tone. And like the little like gelato swirl, oh, I die. It's so cute, and I really need to get like the peach one now because this is just so good. This is a cute little set I got for Christmas. This is the Ulta Beauty Matchmaker set. It's 4 matching like liquid lipsticks and lip liners, so that's super cool and cute. I've actually never tried any makeup from the actual Ulta Beauty brand before, so that'll be really cool to test out. I also picked up this Smashbox Spotlight palette. This is in the shade Pearl. This is made in conjunction with Casey Holmes here on YouTube. So this is what the swatches look like. I just die over gold champagne highlighters, you guys, so I had to pick it up. And it was like 50 or 40% off, so yeah. Then when I was in the Denver airport on my way to Michigan, I just got back from Michigan, which is another reason why I've been MIA lately, but I'm back now. So when I was at the airport, I stumbled upon the Body Shop, and I had no idea the Body Shop was even like in America. I had no idea. I thought it was just like a UK brand, which I know it's like based there, but apparently you can still buy it in the US. So I picked up 2 of their matte lip liquids. So this is in the shade Nairobi Camellia? Wow. And then this is the shade Windsor Rose. So this is the one that I cannot pronounce. It is just a beautiful, like, everyday rosy color. And I've heard that these are just not drying at all on the lips, which I'm all for. And this is the shade Windsor Rose, which I believe is their most popular shade. It's just the most beautiful, like, brownie, slight pink tint nude color. Also, one of the girls over there really recommended the wow, sorry, Drops of Youth Concentrate. I'm obsessed with the Lancome Youth Activating Concentrate Serum thing. I use that every single day, but it is literally like $70-$80. It's so expensive, and I need to find a less expensive youth activating serum, so I decided to pick this up. I grabbed one of their little sponges. I have no idea if it's any good or not quite yet. And this is the all-in-one face base. This is actually a powder foundation, but you can also mix it with water to make like a creamy foundation, but I just use this like as a powder after I apply my liquid foundation, and I love this. It adds coverage to your base, and it's not gonna make you look super dry or cakey or way too powdery. It's just beautiful. This is in the shade 04, and this is something I just cannot put down. Ever since I got this, I just don't want to use anything else. This is their bronzer, the bronzing powder in the shade Deep Matte, also in the shade 04. This is warm toned. Like, this is an orange bronzer, you guys. Like, not obviously like flat out orange, but it is a definitely very, 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 very warm bronzer. So if you don't like that, you will not like this. Stay away. But if you love warm tone bronzers, you guys have to get this. It is stunning. Like, this is the definition of like beach babe, sun kiss. Then actually at Nordstrom Rack, I picked up this Urban Decay electric palette. It was only $23, you guys. Like, you guys have to check out Marshall's and Nordstrom Rack if you want high-end discounted makeup. There goes the brush. If you're looking for a super, like, talk about electric bright pops of color, you might want to try this out. I haven't tried it out yet though, so like I can't say if I love it or not. I just love the colors so far. Alright, so now we're moving on to the Sephora box. And I also have some like miscellaneous things in here. Oh, I still have some more things from like Nordstrom Rack and Marshall's in here. So let's start with this Dior Skin Forever Perfect Makeup Everlasting Wear Pore Refilling Effect with Sunscreen Foundation. This is Jaclyn Hill's Holy Grail foundation, so I had to try it out, of course. And it's really good, you guys. It's really good. If you want to feel bougie, you gotta get this, because I kid you not, it smells like the most like beautiful, like mature perfume, not anything like crazy or overwhelming. It is so beautiful on the skin, you guys. I have mine in the shade 15. It is just the most like natural matte finish. I'm actually wearing it on my face today. I love it so much, and I want to use it like almost every day, but I'm just like, girl, oh, I can't say it. That's Kathleen's saying. That's expensive. It has amazing coverage, not as much as like the Jouer or the Huda Beauty foundation. So this is one I've definitely been loving and would highly recommend to you guys. I also picked up the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Oil. This was recommended by Roxette Arisa here on YouTube. She's amazing, one of my favorite YouTubers. And this, you guys, this will make, I kid you not, like as she says in her video, any foundation that you love just that much better. Like, take a matte foundation but put this on underneath, and I kid you not, like, it really makes your foundation look like skin. Like, the most beautiful, like, clean, smooth, perfect. Like, it doesn't matter how much powder you cake on, after you put on this primer because it just gets rid of that look completely. So if you have dry skin, if you just want to make your foundation look flawless, I would definitely pick this up. Obviously not all primers mix perfectly with all foundations, but I've just been loving this so much. And it also has a bit of like a tacky feeling on the skin, so I feel like your makeup really adheres to it and makes it stay longer throughout the day. I also picked up the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer. Haven't tried this out yet, but I'm very excited because of all the hype. And this is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. I actually used it for the first time today, and I love it. Like, it blends perfectly. It's a nice medium coverage. It's not drying whatsoever. It's not thick. It's a very nice hydrating concealer. I also picked up, actually just yesterday, the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Foundation. I believe this is Tati's favorite foundation, so I had to try that out. And I also picked up the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Stick Foundation. This is a lot of people's holy grail foundation. It's supposed to be like good coverage and more of like a natural dewy look to the skin, I believe, so I'm all about that. I'm gonna jump back to some Marshall's buys real quick. So this is actually the Nars Orgasm Blush. Like, I believe I got this for like 40% off or something like that, but like, that's insane. I kid you not. They have like iconic makeup at these stores. So it's just the most beautiful, like peachy pink with like a gold reflect. I'm sure you guys have seen it like a million times already. I'm sorry. And I also picked up some stuff from LA Splash. These are their Velvet Matte liquid lipsticks. This one is in the shade Macaroon. I kid you not. These were $2. And this one is in the shade Latte. Really cool, like stone kind of color. And then I have 2 of their Lip Couture liquid lipsticks. I've heard a lot of good stuff about this brand. I haven't heard it talked about so much lately. This is in the shade Innocent Vixen, and this one is in Retro Bestie. And my sister gave me this little baby M Cosmetics lip cloud in the shade Faded Clementine. This is talk about like fall pumpkin spice lip color. These have got to be one of the most comfortable liquid lipsticks I have ever tried. And I also have this Too Faced Melted Matte Longwear lipstick. This is in the shade Child Star. This is such an iconic shade, like literally the perfect nude. I also have the MAC Satin lipstick in the shade Twig. This is a very iconic shade by MAC as well. Very beautiful, rosy, everyday color. I literally bought all 12 NYX face and body glitter pots, like all 12. So if you guys want to see like a glitter tutorial makeup look, let me know, because I have all the colors. This is the Hourglass Ambient Metallic Strobe Lighting Palette. These highlighters really do look undetectable on the skin until you hit like that perfect lighting. This isn't one of them, but like I was just for effect. Anyway, these are borderline too light for my skin tone. This is my perfect shade right here. So if you guys are a bit fairer than me, this is just beautiful. So these are the shades right here. Here's one, here's another one. There's the other one. So yeah, these can be definitely sheared out on the face, or you can build them up to be super metallic. They don't look powdery on the skin at all. This little blush trio has quickly become my all-time holy grail, most reach for blush of all time. It is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Blush Trio in the shade Peachy Love. I'm truly obsessed with every single shade in here. These are just like, if I came out with like a blush palette, this is what it would look like. It's just absolute perfection to me. The pigmentation is there, lasts on the skin. I also picked up the Anastasia Prism palette. This packaging though, like gold and black, it's just so classy. So this is what it looks like inside. I kid you not, you guys, this just looks way more stunning in person even than it does online. I'm so excited to try this. I wanted to do like a 3 looks using one palette with this because I feel like there's just so much you can do with it, but I don't know if it's like too late. Like, is it just kind of like oh, it's coming past. I don't know, like, let me know if you guys want to see that still. I also picked up the Ciate Pretty Fun and Fearless palette. This was made with Chloe Morello, and this is a limited edition palette, so I wanted to grab it while I still could. It is just so beautiful for those like smoky purple tones, and you have a lot of bronzy colors as well. This is something I was so hyped to pick out. I literally had it like on my Sephora notifications, like notify me when this is back in stock, because it is just... This is the Nars Bord de Plage Highlighting and Bronzing Palette, and this is what it looks like inside. One swipe, and then it also has the bronzing shades Laguna and Casino in here. This just looks beautiful to me, and this packaging is just everything. Moving on to Ofra. This I actually got through Ulta. Like, if you bought a certain amount of stuff, you got like a little Ofra bag. It contained an Ofra liquid lipstick in it, which I gave to my sister because I already have that shade, a black eyeliner, a volcanic clarifying mask, and a Gold Rush single eyeshadow. I picked up 2 of their blushes. This is through their summer collection. These blushes just killed me. Like, how stunning. This is just the definition of a summery spring blush shade. And then this one is in the shade Bellini. Did I even say the color of this one? No. This is in the shade Mai Tai. So this is Bellini. This is just the most beautiful, like, muted baby pink, very wearable blush shade. So I'm super excited to try that. You can barely see it because I have like a really bad stain on my hands already. Had to pick up some of their highlighters, of course. I haven't tried over highlighters yet, so I'm ready to be blinded. So I, of course, had to pick up Rodeo Drive. So this is what... This one is in the shade Beverly Hills, and I just totally ruined it by swirling them all together, but this is what that one looks like. That's actually so pretty. It's like a silvery pink, all swatched together at least, but you can choose from 5 different shades, so that's awesome. And I also picked up the Nikkie Tutorials Glow Goals highlighter, so this is what that one looks like. Holy cow, girlfriend. So Glow Goals is definitely a bit more of like a champagne tone than Rodeo Drive, in case you guys were like wondering on the shade difference. I also picked up a bunch of their liquid lipsticks because they're one of my favorite formulas. They're so comfortable to wear on the lips. So this one is in the shade Bel Air. This one is Venice. You guys know I love my like hot orangey reds. That is actually perfection. This one is Santa Ana, which is a very like unique, beautiful berry shade. This one is Ultimate Red. It has almost like a strawberry red look to it, like the slightest hint of like a pink undertone to it. This is the shade Pasadena. Kathleen Lights Miami Fever. And this one is actually their new nude shade. This is in the shade Manila. I'm gonna get so much use out of this one. I'm so awkward with my swatches. And the last one is in the shade Charmed. Super beautiful. Moving on to Too Faced. I picked up the Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder. I've just heard so many people rave and rave and rave about this. I also have the Sweethearts Bronzer. This is in the shade Sweet Tea. I have used this actually, and it is just... stab it in my box. Beautiful on the skin. Like, it just gives the most beautiful, like, slight glow to your face, but it's not like shimmery or too glowy or shiny at all. It's just like the perfect amount of glow. And I grabbed their little adorable peanut butter and jelly palette. Like, how cute is this? Like, these colors are so beautiful and warm, like those peanut buttery brown shades. It's just my jam. Jam, get it? Jelly, peanut butter and jelly jam. Stop. This is the Clover palette. It's limited edition, so I had to pick it up because these shades are just stunning to me. You have your very wearable neutral shades in here, but then you have the most beautiful pops of color that I feel like I just don't have in my makeup collection already, so I'm so excited to try this out, and I was thinking about doing 3 looks 1 palette on this palette, so if that's a thing you guys want to see, let me know. I will say absolutely hate the packaging. It is just so It's just too like kiddish for me, but the colors inside are gorgeous. I just really don't like the packaging, but it's fine. It's about the product, right? Next up, we have a box from Tarte. So I picked up 3 of their Amazonian Clay 12-hour blushes because I already own 2 of them and I'm actually obsessed. So this one is in the shade Seduce. It's just a very wearable everyday blush shade that will go with any makeup look. The second one is in the shade Risque. It's just a slight bit more peachy and warm than Seduce. Seduce is a bit more of like a browny rosy color to it, and this one is in the shade Exposed, definitely one of their most popular shades. It's a very, very neutral, like pinky nude shade, and I had to try out their Exposed highlighter as well, so that is what it looks like down there, like the most beautiful blinding gold. Like, I don't have enough of those already. I also picked up the Tarteist Pro Glow palette. I actually really love the packaging of this thing. For some reason, I thought it was going to be way more like cheap and cardboardy feeling, but it's not at all. So you have a cream contour shade down here, this is a powder contour, and then you have 4 highlighters. And I really like that you can fold this over so then when you're dipping into the powders, you're not getting like the cream contour all like gunky and gross. I had to pick up the infamous Tartelette and Bloom palette. I already have their like pro eyeshadow palette and I'm just obsessed with the quality of their shadows. And I also picked up the Toasted palette, which is definitely like the warmer, richer sister of the Tartelette and Bloom palette. Then from Violet Voss, I have the pro eyeshadow palette. This is their Holy Grail palette. Oh my goodness, you guys, these shades look insane. Like these winey colors and the browns, the bronzy, like this is up my street. And then this was included in my order. It actually came for free, like once you spent a certain amount of money on their website. So this is the Pro Highlighting Powders. I actually have heard nothing about these, like at all. Oh, wow. Those look really good, actually. Like they're super soft. They look really pigmented, actually. Yeah, those look good. I'm excited to try those. Next, I also picked up some things from Becca. So this is their Backlight Priming Filter. I'm so excited to try this. I keep saying that, like, take a shot every single time I say I'm so excited to try this. No, please don't. You would actually probably die. But I've heard a lot of amazing things about this primer, and I love having dewy skin. And of course, I had to pick up their iconic shades. This one is in the shade Opal. My all-time favorite highlighters are from Becca, like at least that I've tried so far in my life. That is my favorite formula so far. I've just been so blown away by their formula. It's so finely milled. It's like undetectable until you hit that like perfect light, and it's just so stunning. It's not gonna emphasize texture. It's blinding. It's just absolute perfection. And this one is of course in the shade Champagne Pop. I've been wanting to try this for years. It's just holy cow. Holy cow, Jacqueline! I picked up Chloe Morello's second collaboration with Ciate. So this is what it looks like. It comes with a few different things in the package. So it looks like we have an eyeliner, a mascara, and a liquid lip. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys this eyeshadow palette. Of course, that's the entire reason I bought it. Okay. I actually haven't tried any products from Ciate yet, so I'm looking forward to trying out her 2 eyeshadow palettes. I think she's done an amazing job on both of them. The colors are just unreal. I also placed an order through Anastasia. I have no idea what box I'm on now. Who knows? There's no point in counting. So the first thing I picked up is their contour kit. This is in the shade Light to Medium. I've heard a lot of amazing things about this palette. I'm sure you guys have as well. I have 2 of their glow kits. This one is in the shade Sun Dipped, and I'm just obsessed with the Anastasia glow kits, you guys. I already own the Nicole Guerrero glow kit and the That glow kit, so these are going to be just amazing to add to my collection. This is in the Sugar glow kit. This is their newest one. They're just super blinding, finely milled. They look beautiful on the skin, which is of course what you want in a highlighter. I'm actually wearing the Nicole Guerrero one on my face today in the shade Daydream. I think this is my favorite highlighting shade I've ever tried in my life. Like, this specific shade just does something to me. It's like gold, but it's peachy. It has the most beautiful, like multi-dimensional glow to it. I can't. And then for free with my purchase came this A10 brush. So it looks like a really nice fluffy eyeshadow brush. I have one of their lip glosses. This is in the shade Undress, which is probably their most popular lip gloss shade. Oh, girl. You know, I'm gonna be wearing this all the time. This one's in the shade Strawberry. I honestly haven't heard anything about this shade, but I think it's such like a unique red. It's just not your typical red, and I think it's just stunning. I'm sorry you guys, I keep looking at my monitor. I just want to make sure I'm showing you guys like the products well enough, so I'm sorry I keep like looking away from you guys. I'm not trying to ignore you. This one is in the shade Allison. That is so pretty. Oh girl, on a night out, Allison. Then we have Ashton, which is definitely an iconic warm brown Anastasia shade. This one is in the shade Spicy. I have fallen in love with this color because of Kathleen Lights. Whenever she posts an Instagram picture with like a red orange lip, I always look in her description because I'm like, what is that color? Every single time, it's color Spicy by Anastasia. And then this last one is in the shade Stripped, so very beautiful, everyday, perfect brownie nude. Next, we have an order through KYLIE Cosmetics. I have not tried anything from this girl yet, so let's see what all the tea is about. So I decided to pick up two of her eyeshadow palettes. This is the Bronze eyeshadow palette, and I know it's like very everyday and simple, but I honestly love it. Like, it doesn't look boring to me. It just looks very wearable, and I honestly think the colors are beautiful. I have heard a lot of like mixed feelings and reviews about these eyeshadows. This one is the burgundy one. So I don't know, I've just been very curious about them and I really wanted to try them out for myself. I honestly think they look gorgeous. I'm hoping for the best, of course. I hear so many amazing things about it when like they first come out, but then later everyone's like, oh no, it's no good. Like, so I don't know if it's just because it's KYLIE and people like to hate on her. I don't know, but I'll definitely be trying these out. I picked up one of her glosses. This is in the shade Literally. Oh wow, that's goopy. Oh, talk about pigment. Okay, I really wanted to pick up the So Cute gloss, but they were out of stock. So that was something that I was a bit peeved about when I was on her website trying to put through my order, because it felt like literally half of the website was sold out of stock. I'm just honestly kind of over this whole thing that makeup companies are doing where they're only selling like very limited quantities of products to people and making it look like it's so like highly demanded and, you know, they're just selling out of everything and it's going crazy. I'm just like, just give the consumers what you want. I don't know. I just feel like it can be frustrating at a certain point to the customer. But anyway, so these are the matte liquid lipsticks. I picked up 3 of her shades. So this one is in the shade Kristen. I see Jaclyn Hill rocking this color so often, and I just think there's something so beautiful and so unique about this shade. I just am through the moon obsessed. I cannot wait to wear it. This one is in the iconic Candy K. You guys are just probably like, girl, why have you not tried these already? That is beautiful, like such a stunning, perfect nude shade. And this is just looks like an adorable everyday light pink shade. This is in Cocoa K. Wow, that is strong. I just got a whiff of that like vanilla cupcake frosting smell. And I've actually heard a lot of amazing things about her velvet liquid lipstick, so I picked up 2 of her lip kits. This is in Rosy and this one is in Dazzle. All of her singles were sold out, but whatever. So this one is in the shade Rosy. Oh, actually like a lot darker than I was expecting it, but still very beautiful. And this one is in the shade Dazzle. Actually, that reminds me a lot of the new Kathleen Lights ColourPop collab, like that satin shade she came out with. What is it freaking called? Dreamy. This looks, it's giving me dreamy vibes. I don't know, like, do you guys see it? Next, we got an order from Mr. Jeffree Stua. First things first is his Androgyny palette. This packaging just wowed me when I opened up the box. It has this like snake skin, crocodile skin, whatever you want to call it, print, and it's just everything. And you guys know how Jeffree Star likes to do things. A nice big packaging. So yeah, we have some massive eyeshadow pans in here. I feel like when I first ever heard about this palette, I wasn't 100% drawn towards it because I feel like the first thing your eyes go to are like these colors down here, but now I've gotten a lot more adventurous with eyeshadow colors, and honestly it is a very wearable eyeshadow palette. This entire row is wearable, these two as well if you want to go a little bit more vampy, and these ones are just like fun shades to kind of like push you out of your comfort zone. So I'm super excited to try this. I need to stop saying that, I'm so sorry. There goes another shot. I picked up two of his Skin Frost highlighters. So this one is in the shade Siberian Gold. These are literally like almost as big as my entire face. They're huge. And this little like emblem is popping out. I didn't know that was the thing, but it looks really cool. So this is what Siberian Gold looks like. Very, very pigmented and blinding. So we'll see. I've heard mixed reviews on these highlighters. I've heard that they're chunky, emphasize texture. Other people love them. So I don't know. We'll give it a try. And then that second one is in the shade Peach Goddess. And I've heard time and time again that the Jeffree Star Velour liquid lipsticks are the best liquid lipsticks on the market. So, you know, your girl had to try them out. So this one is in the shade Gemini. I've always loved the look of this color. I've seen people wear this. I'll ask them what it is and it's like Gemini and I'm like, oh gosh, girl, I gotta get that. And this one is in the iconic Unicorn Blood. I sometimes just really want that super vampy dark red lip. I think it's so just like sexy. Next up is in the shade Androgyny, a very beautiful like grungy lip color. This one is in the shade Mannequin, which I feel like is going to be one of my favorite nudes. And then a little bit darker is another nude. This one is in the shade Celebrity Skin. Then we have a box from the Balm. So this is their new Nude Beach palette. And this is what it looks like inside. Just beautiful warm tone shades. So if you're a warm toned loving gal or guy, I really love the Balm shadows. They perform amazingly. And then I also picked up their Meet Matrimony palette, which looks like this. This is the Cindy Lou-Manizer. I've recently been really liking peachy or pinky highlights just because I feel like I've been wearing gold highlights for so long. So I wanted to try this one out. I don't know if it's going to be too dark for my skin tone to be a highlighter just yet. We'll see. I can't really tell swatch wise. I think I might be able to pull it off. If not, I'm just going to use it as a blush topper. And then we have their new Bonnie Lou-Manizer. This is just like your classic straight up gold shade. So if the Mary Lou-Manizer is a bit too light for you, this might work perfectly for you. This order came with a free scuba mascara, so awesome. And then we have the Meet Matte Hues Long Lasting Liquid Lipstick. I just have one. I picked it up in the shade Sincere. So that is what it looks like. I feel like I have a million lip colors this color. What am I doing? And I had to try out their Bahama Mama. That's such a cute name. Their little Bahama Mama bronzer. Honestly, I feel like this will be more of like a contour color for me, but we'll try it out. We will see. All right, so I just had a bit of a snack break because I was starving. French bread and artichoke dip. Heck yes, I'm absolutely obsessed with artichokes. It's like it's a pretty healthy obsession. Oh, it's good. So my next giant box is from ColourPop. I bought a bunch of their stuff because I'm going to be doing a full face of ColourPop pretty soon on my channel. So the first thing I have here is their Yes Please palette. This is probably their most popular eyeshadow palette. I was actually really pleasantly surprised by their formula. It's actually amazing. I tried out their eyeshadow formula for the first time when testing out the ColourPop Kathleen Lights collab. If you haven't seen that review yet, it's the video just before this one, so go ahead and check it out. I picked up their Brow Boss pencil. This one is in the shade Light Brown and also has a spoolie on the end, so perfect. My word. Anyway, so I picked up 5 of their cream gel liners. I feel like these just look so cool for tutorials to just add a pop of color to the waterline. So this one is in the shade Teaspoon. It is such a beautiful, vibrant green color. This one is in the shade Fast Lane. And this one is in the shade Prance. I just realized I picked out so many like green blue colors. This one is in the shade Show Me. I thought this would be just like sick for like a bronzy smoky eye and just have like this coppery gold in the waterline. Like, how cool is that? And then I also picked up the shade Mr. Bing. This is in collaboration with Kathleen Lights. I really wanted a like normal brown, like a warm brown, normal brown liner for my waterline. I feel like sometimes black is just too harsh. I honestly don't gravitate towards black very often for the waterline at all unless it's a very dramatic look. I have their No Filter Concealer in the shade Light. You guys have probably heard so much about this concealer, people saying it's like one of the best concealers ever. This is their Super Shock Cheek. This is in the shade Drop of a Hat. This is a blush color. So, oh, that's so squishy. Oh my gosh. That color. Hi. Bye. That is beautiful. And this one is a highlighter. This is their Super Shock Cheek in the shade Flexitarian. I'm a little nervous that this is gonna be too light for my skin tone, but this looks insane. Oh. Holy cow. Oh my gosh. Frick. Oh, that's gonna be too light for my skin tone. I can already tell you now, like that's practically like a very, very like icy silvery white. I feel like in the pot, oh wow, look how reflective that is. In the pot, it looks a bit darker, more of like a champagne, like a cool champagne color. But on the skin, that is just blinding. And then I had to pick up some of their pressed powder products as well to test out. So this is a blush. This is in the shade To The 10. I'm sorry if I'm forgetting to swatch these sometimes, you guys. Ooh, that is such a beautiful blush shade. That's just perfect. Oh, I think it's for every day. We have a highlighter. This is in the shade Kitty Kitty. Oh, girl. Yes. That is so pretty. Definitely not as blinding as this formula for sure, but it looks very buildable, so looks promising. And then I picked up this beautiful warm bronzer. This is in the shade California Dreaming. I just can't get enough of bronzer lately. It's just my thing. I love it. Then we have a few ultra glossy lips. So this one is in the shade Aquarius. Ooh. And this one is in the shade Fairy Floss. I've been wanting this color specifically for so long. Like this is my kind of color when it comes to lip glosses, like that baby light pink. And then I got 0.0. I am so psyched about this shade. Like this shade is just so cool to me. Every single time Kathleen wears this, I'm just blown away. I just think it's such an insane shade. I think it's so cool. And this one is in the shade Tansy. By the way, these are all Ultra Satins because that's my favorite ColourPop lip formula. This one is in the shade Femme, something like that. This is a very different purple. I don't have a color like that in my collection, but it's so grungy. This one is Echo Park, just a beautiful like rosy pinky nude. This one is in the shade Lost. Kathleen Lights Aquarius. Oh, her collaborations kill me. She always does an amazing job and I always want to try them. Like the colors she comes out with are just phenomenal. And this one is in the shade Lion King. I thought this was such a unique like berry color. This one is in the shade Prim. Oh, wow. That is stunning. And then this last one is in the shade London Fog. There's something about this color that just is so eye-catchingly gorgeous and stunning to me. Like if you want all eyes on your lips, that's the color to go for. This is the same exact color. I was just like, why am I doing this? My swatching is so awkward, so I just moved it. But anyway, second to last box, you guys. This is from Dose of Color. So I wanted to pick up some of their liquid lipstick shades because I've never tried them before. So this one is in the shade Stone. Oh my gosh. We have Knock on Wood. Oh, I hope I can pull this off. It's a very like interesting warm brown shade. Hopefully I can. We will see. This one is in the shade Truffle. Desert Suede, which gives me some major 0.0 vibes. It's that same like super cool toned brown with a bit of gray in it. And lastly, I picked up the shade Campfire, which is this one right here. All right, last box, you guys, is from Juvia's Place. So I picked up 5 of their eyeshadow palettes. I already own the Magic palette and I just fell in love. Juvia's Place has one of the best eyeshadows I have ever used in my life. By far the most pigmented. Like, you can't get more pigmented than Juvia's Place. It's actually insane. So the first one I have here is the Nubian palette. So this is their neutral everyday eyeshadow palette. They're not like boring everyday basic eyeshadows. Like, they're very, very stunning. Like, let's just... Girl, what did I tell ya? This one is the Saharan palette, so this is what it looks like inside. The shades are just absolutely mind-blowingly pigmented. Like, hello. This one is the Saharan 2 palette. This is one of their newer palettes. Look how massive these shades are. Like, it's actually crazy. I really... that shine, though, I get so... like giddy when it comes to these shadows. When these came in the mail, I kid you not, like I came home from work, I opened these up and Alex was like, hey Anna, like you want to hang out for a bit? And I was like, yeah, just a sec. And he's like, how long do you think you're gonna be? And I'm like, I don't know, maybe like a half hour. I literally will just stare at my makeup for so long when I get it. Like I just get so excited, and these are just something else. There's something about Juvia's Place that's so different from any other makeup company's eyeshadow palettes. They get so incredibly creative with their colors. Like, you won't get colors like these from any other makeup company. This one is the Masquerade Mini Palette. So here's a little swatch of the purple. I'm trying really hard not to scream when I'm swatching these. I'm trying to be normal. And the last one I have here is the Nubian 2 palette. Let's go ahead and swatch this green. Bam. Check it out. All right, you guys, so that is finally it. We are done with this massive haul. It is taking me hours to film this. My room is an absolute mess. There's just makeup everywhere. I have a lot of organizing to do. If you guys have stayed till the end of this video, like, you must really like hauls, huh? Thank you guys so much for sticking around. If you did, I wanted to ask you guys, so I was wondering what you guys wanted to see from me with these makeup products. Like, if you guys see something that you're like, oh, I want to see a look with that, I want to see a review, I want to see a tutorial, like, I don't know, or some fun creative idea, I have no idea. If you want to see a video with any of these products, if you guys have any requests whatsoever, I film videos for you guys, so please let me know. Also, if it's a request that doesn't have to do with this makeup, also let me know. Oh, also, I wanted to mention, I'm just making this video even longer. I recently had a request to do a get ready with me, and I feel like that's such a good idea. Like, I feel like I haven't sat down and genuinely talked with you guys for a while. Like, I'll do, you know, hauls and reviews and tutorials and stuff like that, but I wanted to genuinely talk to you guys for a video, and I wanted to know what topics you guys wanted me to cover. If you have any questions for me at all, if there's questions that you guys have that you're stumped about and you want like advice, I don't know, like anything about me, about you guys, just something you would like me to talk about. But I just want to be really open with you guys in another video because I feel like it's been a while since I've done a video like that. So anyway, enough of my rambles. Thank you guys so much for being here. I love you guys so much. I hope you guys are all doing well, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!